Beats Planet.
Yeah. Welcome to the Volume Remix. Hey, so we'll still
like I need my DJ button.
Oh man, I these 8 buttons will still. I love the Rodecaster Pro. This was a hit on your part. You know what I mean? Shouts out to you. But boy, I just need 40 buttons because I just want to be prep guy. I just want to be prepared. I want one sound that I don't use for like 4 months, but I get the perfect opportunity to use it, and I just hit that mug and it's perfect, and I just get the laugh that I want. But
it's coming.
I only get 8, and I gotta scroll through them Johns. You know what I'm talking about? But
when we get that studio, we're gonna have it right in front of us. But I got a vision. I got a vision for us, man. We're gonna make it different.
We're gonna make that happen, man. Hey, yo, look, I hope it's not, remember last time we had a vision with the volume. Oh man, they about to sell we about to have a dope ass car ready for us, and and we get there. Oh, that's the car. This ain't what I imagined.
I'm not gonna give you the geos of the engineering aspect now, fam. No.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Hey man, we got some work for y'all today. Boy, it was gonna be a slow content week. It was gonna be a slow content week, man. But shit, Steven, people ask me if I got lip gloss on. Nah, man, I just, you know what I mean? Fuck around with y'all, man. I try to clean my lip face up, man. Try to go through a little routine. I try to shower for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking all dirty in my.
They want you to be left guard. Don't take a shower. Smell like, you know what I mean? That's what they want.
I don't play offensive line no more. I don't. Okay, so do you say something to the people on First Take when they have the makeup crew? Do you say something to Marcus Spears for having makeup on? I ain't even got makeup on. I'm just trying to clean up a little bit. I'm trying to be Hollywood.
That's how they do us.
It's all good. I'm gonna act Hollywood one day, but it's all good. Don't worry about volume. It was gonna be a very slow content week, Will Steele. It's all good. Stephen Jones saved us. Stephen Jones saved us, man. He came in and he gave us a little bit of content. Out of his 16 minutes, normally Will Steele for 16 minutes, I can get about 10 sound clips and, you know what I mean, go to work with it. But boy, we only got 4 today. So hopefully that 4 carries us throughout this episode, Will Steele. We just trying to get the 4. In real life, we're trying to get to Thursday, chat. You know, once we get to Thursday, we're gonna have all the content just laid out for you. You know what I'm saying? Monday, Cowboys first round pick. How do they fit? Cowboys first round pick. Whose job is on the line? Cowboys first round pick. Can they play another position? Week 2. Cowboys second round pick. Right. We got 7 picks. We got 7 weeks worth of content, and we're gonna drag that motherfucker. And then we're gonna get the undrafted guys involved. So it is all good. Love y'all to pieces. I'm your host, Lombardicus.
AKA Ferrari.
VOCHLOMBARDI on all platforms. Appreciate you. Master William is the point guard for the evening. What's good with you, sir?
What's happening, man?
That's enough damn salt there, Willie.
No more Big Willie, my game is grown. Prefer you call me William.
No salt today, Voch.
No salt today,
I'm not feeling
man.
no salt. I like what Steven had to say for the first time in a long time.
I know you do, because Stephen Jones came in there and he finally took your side for once. You know what I mean? Stephen Jones came in here and said, listen, bro, Ferguson good to go. Shot good to go. If we find somebody in the 4th that can help like they did, then cool, but we ain't hurting or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm sure you love what Stephen Jones had to say. We're going to get to that later because we got 2 tight end clips. We're going to run this like this, though, because I'm offensive line guy, Will Steele. You know, and every time I hear news about offensive line, I get excited. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. That ain't even my clip. That ain't what I had. That ain't what I wanted. Every time I hear about offensive line, I get excited. We do kind of hate the juggling act that's going on with Tyler Smith right now, but this clip does kind of clean things up a little bit. This could be chum in the water, though. We don't know. This could be chum in the water, but we're gonna see what's going on here. They asked Stephen Jones, senior vice president or something. What he do? What's his job? CEO?
Everything. Vice president. He's a player personnel lead. He the son of Jerry. He everything.
Yeah, Jerry's boy. All right, cool. He said, hey, what's the plan? Well, they asked him, what's the plan for Tyler Smith going to 2023 season? Stephen Jones had this to say.
You know, I think that, at the end of the day, I think everybody would like to think that he's that we could keep him there at left tackle and have his progression continue, which has, by the way, been just, amazing what he accomplished coming from Tulsa and being able to step in.
I took that as coming from the whack ass coaches at Tulsa to come in here and just do everything that we asked him doing. That's how I took that, but whatever.
After practicing at left guard virtually all through the preseason, and then stepping in for Tyron and playing the left tackle position as a rookie at such a high level. But, at the same time, I know Mike Solari and, they want the best 5 guys on the field. And I know.
Will Steele. Best 5 guys, right? We gonna pause right there. We're gonna come right back to it, right?
All right.
Best 5 guys. Is best 5 guys as of right now? Is that as clear a case as we think it is? You know what I mean? I understand draft has to happen, right? And the rest of free agency is probably going to happen, but I don't think we're going to see anything that's going to be drastic for the rest of free agency, right? But as of right now, if you had to put 5 on the field, it would be Tyron, Tyler, Zach, and Terrence, correct?
We're talking about Terrence being ready, right?
Sure.
Because right now,
Terrence need feel good.
Right.
Terrence need feel good in September.
Okay. Yeah. That is the best 5 right now, but draft.
There doesn't exist a world where Terrence Steele is not a part of your best 5, right?
No, man. I mean, I don't know if you still listen, if you still got it. Did you hear what he said about Terrence?
I still got it. We're gonna run that.
Okay. Yeah,
But
yeah.
there was this little nonsense that came out, by Terrence Steele. I'm just asking you, do you think best 5 could be Tyler, Terrence Steele?
No.
You know what I mean? Biotish,
Nah,
Zach, and then Tyron Smith, right? That's what I'm asking.
Nah, here's the thing. I think Mike likes to throw people for a loop. So when they asked him about Terrence, oh, yeah, we looking at it. But the day before that, Jerry was like, when they asked about Terrence at guard, he's like, oh, man, we're trying everybody everywhere. But Jerry was like, nah, he's our tackle. In fact, he's our swing tackle, which none of us like that. So I don't think there's any real legs with Terrence Steele at left guard. None.
I know how me and you feel about Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
If you had to guess, right? And I know we really don't have a clue. What do you guess the role for Tyron? Like, they can't really have confidence that they just gonna walk in this thing and just Tyron is gonna be a part of the plans moving forward, right?
But they can't, man. I mean, it'll be irresponsible, right? Like Tyron has to be viewed as your swing tackle.
Yeah.
If not, it's irresponsible. And you playing with fire. That's kind of look at it.
Because right now, how I feel is I do believe that Stephen Jones and them feel like the draft is wide open, right? And if a tackle falls to them that they don't anticipate, that's kind of what I'm thinking about the best 5 thing, right? Tyler is still this flexible piece to where when draft world comes, hey, we did not expect Broderick Jones to be here, but if he is here, it ain't like we're not going to take him because we got a tackle. We're just going to take Broderick, put him at tackle, put Tyler at guard. But maybe the big plan is, you know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe we're just looking for a guard. Tyler really is the left tackle. And Stephen Jones ain't really showing his hand here. He just really saying that we're still draft flexible with Tyler still being left side player, but we're not tied down to Tyler being any old thing. The more I listen to you talk about it, the more I just don't want to walk in with Tyron as just pick number 1. If Tyron is the first guy off the bench or whatever, but we draft a left tackle that I feel good about, and that dude just comes in behind Tyron Smith, then I feel good about that. I can feel like, okay, cool. Tyron Smith goes down at a practice in week 1 and nobody touched him. Cool. Anton Harrison, Broderick Jones, DeJuan Jones, if you feel like he could play left tackle, Darnell Wright steps right in and play left something for you. You understand what I'm saying?
But it sounds like they want to keep Tyler at tackle. I mean, he mentioned in the interview twice, he emphatically kind of said, we would like to continue the development of Tyler Smith at left tackle. I don't think he wants to be 10 toes on it, but just in case, right? Harris Johnson falls to him, just in case Broderick falls to him, just in case one of these left tackles, and they're like, look, we're not passing up on our LT 1, 2, whatever, and we can move Tyler in the guard. But I think they really, really want Tyler to play left tackle. And I think, honestly, that should probably be their number 1 thought process right now, because you don't want to have a world where Tyron is dependent on as a starter. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Let's finish this clip.
Here, as we start here yesterday, start to have our guys in here on a more regular basis. Certainly we'll see what that combination looks like. So you don't ever rule anything out. I do know everybody, deep down would love to think that we could continue to play Tyler there at the left tackle spot. But, at the end of the day, Tyler's going to be for that. Tyron was last year volunteering to move over to right tackle. Certainly we got Steele, who's one of our top offensive linemen. We'll just see how that works out.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Steele is one of our best off. They can't just gloss over that. So all this foo-foo with him playing left guard is just that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're totally committed to anything just yet, but at the same time, certainly like the thought process of him, being able to continue to grow as a left tackle.
I think ultimately what it is, if it's either going to be rookie left tackle, Tyler left guard, rookie left tackle. Ultimately, that's what I think your first 5 is going to end up being.
Yeah.
With Tyron being able to swing both sides, playing Jason Peters' role. That's what I think. Hopefully.
No, I agree with you. I agree. I was reading reading the chat. My bad.
I got to move on. I do kind of look at the chat every now and then too. And Will, like we always say, man, people can come in and make jokes about me, right? And I don't feel a way about it. Imagine if I got sensitive in the chat and I just shut down the show and I said, well, I don't like how nobody ever goes in the chat and says, oh, I don't like how the chat did Voch today. I don't like how the chat called Will Steele old today. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that from y'all. We love y'all. Talk about my shiny face, motherfucker. Somebody like it. All right, let's move on. But that was some fantastic commentary from Stephen Jones. I think a lot of it's nonsense. I think Tyler Smith going to end up being your left tackle. I think they're going to be looking for a left guard. What I don't want, though, I don't want them getting too comfortable with this Tyron Smith situation. Yeah. And Tyron end up being your right tackle over Terrence. That's nonsense to me. Hopefully that's not an option for us, but thou shalt see. Stephen Jones, they asked him about Bijan Robinson or whatever, and Stephen Jones had an interesting quote about it, and I don't think this confirms anything, but I think basically Stephen Jones calling people goofy as hell for thinking that we won't take Bijan Robinson if he's there. But just listen to what he had to say about Bijan.
Well, Bijan's just had a great career at Texas. Certainly, I think I don't think I've seen any set of circumstances that he's not a first-round pick. And
what that mean to me is that motherfucker been that far to 26. I bet we ain't gonna pass on him. That's what that mean to me.
I mean, it really kind of said it. There's no circumstance he's not a first-round pick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Bijan Robinson is staring at the Cowboys at 26. He just said he a first-round pick, so that's your pick right there.
Yo, look, man. Somebody gonna say on draft day, will the Dallas Cowboys draft Bijan Robinson? They gonna pan to Stephen Jones, and Stephen Jones will be like, shit, pass on Bijan for what?
For what?
For what? Shouts out to Will Steele. Quick on the button. But yeah, man, I thought that was funny as hell, boy. He said, man, look, I do not see a world where Bijan ain't there. Let's go ahead and finish this.
Almost any draft. So hats off to him and what he's done to put himself in a position, to be drafted where he's probably going to end up being drafted, and being a local young man who's done really well for himself, played ball at the University of Texas here in our state. Hats off to him, and certainly a guy I'm sure when, that first day is over, he's going to certainly have a team, and you never know.
I bet, huh? Man, look, I love how Stephen Jones said everything without saying nothing at all, boy. Yeah. I just love it. He said, well, I don't see a world. Look, what I wish he'd have said, I don't see a world where Bijan make it to 27. Like there's no way in life I see Bijan Robinson.
You know what I would have loved if he'd have said, Bijan Robinson will not make it out the first round. And that's all he said.
And that's all he said. You better not make it to 25.
I can guarantee you, Bijan will not make it out the first round. And just shut up right there.
Oh, some old country cowboy shit. Boy, I'd be an ashtray on a motorcycle if Bijan Robinson. You know what I'm saying? If Bijan Robinson,
chances of Bijan Robinson falling outside the first round is tighter than a gnat's ass.
well, double on ice water. Bet he won't get it, huh? No, sir. Bijan ain't gonna make it. All right, now let's get to the feature presentation here, and I think this pairs well because we was just talking about tight ends yesterday. So fantastic that this news came out here, or that this interview, this phone conversation came out here. Was talking about tight ends and the prospect. It was an all 32 day. We'll talk about tight ends for everybody, but come on, man, it's a Voch Lombardi show, man. Y'all know we was really talking tight ends for Cowboys, man. Y'all know what we was doing. We talked about 9 guys yesterday, so in case you guys didn't hear us talk about tight ends yesterday, you can feel free to go check that show out. But they was asking Stephen Jones, what's the draft strategy when we talk about tight ends here? And I do think it was a good question because if you examine the 30 visits and just the general interest about tight end here, we do know that they're interested in tight end somewhere. Plus, that's just general Cowboys draft rhetoric, right? They're going to draft tight end somewhere. We don't know where, but somewhere. So, Steven, with the departure of Dalton Schultz, 30 visits, interest, news coming out on tight end, what's the business with y'all and tight ends this year? Stephen Jones said this.
Certainly there's positions on the team, that you want to, beef up, but you don't necessarily have to do it with the first pick or the second pick.
Like how he said that too, though, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of times, as you know, Cowboy fandom, we get into draft season, draft mode. It's like we only want to talk about 26 overall.
Yep.
Right? Like we only want to talk about 26 pick. But fam, there's a good player in the second round for us. There's a good player in the third round for us. Depending on the position value, there's a good player in the fourth round for us, right? Tight end is typically what Jay Ferguson was a guy that you ended up getting later in the draft. Now he's a first team, like he's a starter for you that we love, that we like a bunch. Me and Will still a little more than the rest of y'all. So, hey, if we don't get one round one, we still interested. If we don't get one round two, we're still interested. And that's what we're building this draft board for. Just in case our round one tight ends ain't there, cool. Second round tight, cool. They got options all down the list. And if you listen to us talk yesterday, we'll go, hey man, if you don't get Michael Mayer, you can get Tucker Kraft. If you don't get,
Kincaid, you can get Laporta.
Musgrave, Kincaid, you can get Laporta. If you don't get these guys, Knuts is there. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of tight ends that we felt really good about just going down our list of tight. Darnell Washington. But Stephen Jones is going to continue to talk. Go ahead.
I think it goes beyond tight ends too, Voch.
Sure.
I think it's a player or a position in general is what Stephen was talking about. Hey, look, we can take this position after round one. And I think the nation needed to hear that. We're so focused on 26.
Even if it's not Bijan, right? Because in the Patreon yesterday, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi, me and my audience, we were fine with Kendre Miller. If we were to get him, I mean, he may be a third, fourth round guy, but Kendre Miller, running back TCU, if we end up getting him, we fine, right? Like, of course, Bijan's role in Dallas would be different than Kendre's role, but hey, there's a role for Kendre behind Tony just being a different type of running back than Tony is, right? Yeah. So just in case you don't get your guy in the first round, man, there's plenty of guys down that list. Same with wide receiver. We don't have to, to be stuck drafting wide receiver here, right? Because there's a lot of people that don't like Quentin Johnston. To my surprise, I just noticed that, Will. Still, there's a lot of people on social media that don't like Quentin Johnston. But man, there's Jonathan Mingo's there. There's Jalen Hyatt's later. There's Cedric Tillman's later. There's a lot of guys late. We like Zay Flowers and Josh Downs and Tank Dell. So that's four rounds worth of tight ends for you, right? So it's never just one. I mean, wide receivers. Thank you, Will. Still. So it's never just tied down to one round. Let's keep talking about draft strategy for tight ends.
Or the third pick, as far as that goes, there's. We feel like we're going to be able to take care of situations, and that will ultimately get done throughout the draft. Obviously, you lose a Dalton Schultz. We drafted Ferguson last year and ended up with a great value in Hendershot. We feel good about that position, but certainly you'd like to think, and certainly
he just confidently said we lost our starting tight end, but we found great production in a fourth rounder and an undrafted dude.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That sounds like a dude that is confident taking tight ends later. Yes. Well, if we don't get one early, we feel great about our scouting and finding talent and our quarterback elevating those dudes, and we'll be fine, bro. We'll be fine. That was Stephen Jones just said. Go ahead.
Go a step further. When he talks about the description of the type of tight ends he likes, we can narrow it down to the two dudes he wants. Go ahead.
Oh, I got you. Don't you go nowhere. Keep that film roll. I got you.
The draft's heavy there, through quite a few players in those top 3 or 4 rounds that we think can, be like a Ferguson or a Hendershot and come in and really help us.
Alex says, did he just say Knuts? Alex missed shows, man. Alex missed shows. It's okay, Alex. Just say you don't tune in every day, bro. It's all right. And the last clip we have for the day, just like Will still alluded to, what traits are we looking for in a tight end? We can actually play this game, Will, still, while we're doing this. After he names these traits that they look for, we can narrow down that list real quick. But let's do it. What are you looking for?
There's certainly, as college football's evolved, it's harder and harder to find the quote unquote, we call it the Y tight end, which is the inline guy who.
I'll tell you why that's hard too. Same for offensive line. Same for quarterback. Honestly, is these coaches in college get fired so quick? They get fired and just bought out so quick. They don't have time to really teach nuances. Plus, they only got these players for 3 years or so, right? And like freshmen, hey, by the time you're in your third year, you trying to go to the league. I ain't really got time. I got time to teach you something fast. I got time to teach you something effective, but I ain't got time to really teach you how to be a pro for real. Then there's a lot of times where we get players that, hey, I'm an offensive tackle, but I played D-line for 6 years. This is my first year playing offensive tackle. And we just don't always have the time to teach guys this, right? So finding the complete tight end or the complete running back or the complete pass rush or whatever, pick a guy, right? They don't always have time to have a tight end, teach them how to block, then the nuances of blocking, or to teach them how to be a receiver, then the nuances of receiving. So when Stephen Jones said, hey, man, they don't always send us complete products to the league like this. That's what Stephen Jones alluded to.
Wouldn't you also think that has to do with the evolution of offense? Like the offenses are so much more spread now.
Sure.
That like you said yesterday, you prefer the guy that you can spread out as opposed to what they're looking for. But that's what's happening from high school, bro. Yeah. From high school, these offenses are it's so wild, growing up, and I know y'all gonna make a hee, but growing up and watching offenses from Little League
or that wing T boy,
to high school.
That wing T when you was watching, or that wishbone when you was watching.
Fam, it wasn't spread like that, know. And now you're seeing it spread from the rip. I'm seeing young boys in Little League running the spread offense, fam. Like, this is crazy. So that's why you don't see offensive line play as good. That's why you see fullback die. It's gone. That's why you see tight ends spread out wide and not being able to have that versatility in line.
That's where it comes from, though, right? The whole idea, spread offense, we're going to get you in space. We're going to force the defense to adjust to that, and we're going to get rid of the ball quick. Yeah. Right. This ain't like, wing T to where, all right, y'all blocking the gap and you going to go in motion, but I ain't going to give it to you. And I'm going to come back like this and hand the guy behind me or whatever. That's a little more complicated. But hey, we just out of spread. That's the point. The point of spread offenses is I might throw a slant. And if my athlete got enough room to make that work, then he's just gonna go be an athlete somewhere. Spread comes from high school and college football. It's the league that always didn't pick up on these concepts, the options, the wildcats. That's why when Chip Kelly got here and whoever was the guy in Miami, the OC in Miami that says, hey man, we're gonna run the wildcat here. That's why like the league looked at it and shunned it. But
the wildcat got figured out. But so it was kind of not taboo, but who am I cannot remember his name, but old ball coach, Florida, came to Washington for a little bit, went back, and apologies because he's a great college football coach. But he ran that, that spread offense, and it was like, hey, look, like Jim Boeheim when he ran zone, it was his spread offense, and then you have Mike Leach, and it was kind of not taboo, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I feel like every conference, every other team is running some variety of spread. Thank you, Steve Spurrier. Is running some variety of a spread or run and shoot type of offense, and that's what it really was. Run and shoot type of offense as opposed to your kind of, let's just be honest, antiquated offense that we saw back in the day. So that is the new norm now. And I think that's why you see the wide type of tight ends being harder to come by. And in my opinion, they're the more rare breed than the other way around.
Let's keep running, Stephen Jones.
You can block as well. Those are few and far between as we move forward. You certainly see them. We had a guy around here, Martellus Bennett, who a lot of people said could have, if he wanted to, could have put on weight and been a left tackle, but certainly had the receiving traits too. But it's hard to find both. And, that's what at the end of the day, that's what you'd like to really see. Ferguson's got a shot, to be a real efficient blocker as well as a productive receiver, which is, I think, what makes him have a chance to be unique moving forward. As we look in the draft, you certainly look for a guy who can do both, but you're usually going to see, guys who are, coming out of college who are very productive pass catching tight ends that you look maybe to get a stalemate on the blocking side of things. But there are guys in this draft who are probably have some strength as a Y in line, but also have some upside as a receiver. So, you gotta kind of see, what's available when you pick and what you'd like to see there. So, as I said, you just don't see a lot of those guys who do both. It's rare.
when we look at when the Cowboys draft tight ends, right? When they draft tight ends, it's always a blocking dude.
Yeah. With upside to be a receiver.
Yeah. It's always a guy blocking, right? Ferguson, Schultz, who was before that? Like Gavin.
If it's a guy they envision being their tight end one, they 100% want a wide guy. And if they're looking to bring in a guy to complement that dude, normally it's an Escobar, Blake Jarwin type. Fasano, remember Fasano is one of those type. But when it comes to that tight end one, they clearly they got a tight. You know what I mean? Yeah. And look who they brought in. Look at the rumors. You know, Kraft was brought in, Washington was brought in. They like Mayer, and honestly, when he describes those guys, Mayer I think is by far and away their number one guy. If he falls, they'll take him. And then I think Washington is a guy that could be intriguing at 26, but if he's there somehow in a second, they'll probably run to the podium. Those are the types they're looking for. I think they'll take the other types for sure. But I think those are, he just told us, right, Voch? He just told us the type that he's looking for.
Yep. And I think he just kind of gave us the answer. Like he's looking for dudes that block with the upside of wide receiving. Right, because all the dudes that we draft, we teach them how to be receivers, right? Or we teach them how to be better receivers, right? Like Jake Ferguson is an athlete, but he was a blocking tight end. We developed that. Now now you can receive the ball when boom, 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 right? So when we saw like these early mock drafts that had Kincaid, I think these dudes were talking to the Cowboys and they knew that the Cowboys were interested in tight end, but maybe they didn't know which tight end. Right. So they just picked the first tight end on their board, right? So they go, oh, Cowboys want a tight end. Well, Dalton Kincaid the first guy, so I'll just mock Kincaid here. I don't think Kincaid was an option for the Cowboys because the Cowboys, the tight end that they just explained
is not Kincaid.
The last dude they talking about is Dalton Kincaid, right? And you damn near named all of them. So Mayer,
Washington,
Darnell,
Kraft.
Tucker Kraft, and if we miss on all of them, Schumacher's sitting in the six somewhere.
Yep, Schumacher, yeah. And look, they brought in Schumacher too.
They brought in Schumacher, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Or talk to him, something like that.
They had a conversation with him. So in my mind, from round 1 through 4, that's your list.
I agree.
That's your list right there. If we can get Mayer in the first, Darnell in the second, Kraft in the third, or Schumacher in the fourth, or day 3 somewhere, that's what I think your Cowboy list is for tight end.
I bet you that's probably their top 4 preference. Now, they might have a dual list, right? They might have a situation where they go, Wise, our top 4. Receivers, Kincaid, Laporta, Musgrave. Like, they might have a separate board. And depending how it falls, they may say something like, okay, look, we didn't get Mayer. We didn't get Washington. We like what we got in Ferguson. We think we can maybe get one of these Laporta types opposite. And obviously, if you won't get Washington or Mayer, you're probably not getting Kincaid either, right? But maybe they'll say, well, let's get a pass catchy guy opposite of Ferguson, and that's where the Porters or the Musgraves come in. But I mean, they technically got that guy. I think they do, but the room isn't complete. They're going to draft a guy, just a matter of when. He's telling you top 4 rounds, get ready.
And thank you, Will. So that was my next point. Stephen Jones made sure to be clear, like, hey, we ain't got to do shit in the first round, and we got 4 rounds to do it.
Yep,
that's what I think your guys are. So, hey, chat, if y'all looking for Cowboys to take tight end, it's probably gonna be one of them dudes. If I had a preference, Will Steele, and look, I like Michael Mayer as a player. I think he's a fantastic tight end, probably top 3 tight end or whatever. If I had a preference, if I had to pick value, right? If we walked away and said, all right, your tight end for this year, draft wise, was Tucker Kraft, and you got him in the 3rd round, man, motherfucker, hell yeah, what I got in the 1st and 2nd. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun, man. Kraft and Ferguson as your 12, and then with Peyton moving around, I like it. Thick boys, pause. All right, let's get into some phones, man. See what y'all talking about. Let's get into some phones, man. See what y'all talking about. I got you.
Get into the phone. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see.
Oh, please give us a damn studio, please.
Oh man, it's gonna be so fun, Wilson. It's gonna be so fun, and we haven't been hit by copyright since
because we know how to do it now. We know
how to do it now. We know how to do it now. As soon as that shit come on, la 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 la.
I just gotta throw a bunch of random ass effects over top.
Oh man, funny. I'm gonna take one call, and after this call, we're locking the phone. So if y'all trying to get in, get in. You hear me? Let's see. Daryl from Fort Worth, not Dallas. That's his name. What's up, Daryl?
Hey.
What's good?
How y'all
boss?
doing?
Alex,
Good.
that's exactly what happened. I'm looking at y'all freaking cooking me in the chat, and I forgot to press my button.
Yeah. It's all good. What's up, Daryl? What you got for the show?
Hey, I'm glad y'all talking tight ends because the other day, and I can't watch, tune in every time because of work, but the other day I heard y'all talking about getting 2 MFs out of the draft.
Yep.
Well, I got a different way of going about it because I remember the Redskins back in the day when they traded away the whole draft because they didn't care about them. They wanted veterans.
Right.
And I think that we are we in a window of 2 or 3 years, Dak's prime, where we ought to be winning a Super Bowl? So to me, we don't need a bunch of rookies. We need somebody to come in day one and be an MF. So I'm saying, and y'all got the better knowledge about this of who it will be, but I'm willing to trade a 1 or a 2 for a left side O-line person that's going to come in and be like Pro Bowler, borderline Pro Bowler, we ain't got to worry about. And I'm willing to trade a 2 or a 3 for a MF blocking, pass catching tight end.
Well, it ain't but 5 MF tight ends in the league, and they ain't going nowhere. So you might as well be better off just keeping that second, third round pick and drafting one in real life. As far as your left side player, I mean, you got a Pro Bowl left guard already. He just played left tackle for you. But shit, in real life, go on, please go ahead.
But my point is, drafting ain't nothing 100% in this draft thing.
Shit,
I don't care what everybody thinks somebody's going to be all of this, that, and the other thing, and they get in the league and they ain't.
Cowboys hit on it first.
Well, that's
Brother Daryl.
You've been 100% either.
That's been the what?
That's been the experience, but that's not been 100% either.
Since when?
Over the last 10 years.
Been 90%. The first round.
Okay, so look, 96%, which is an A, which is more than passing, which can graduate you with honors, is not enough. I got you.
Look, Brother Daryl, you don't hold your breath on the Cowboys trading a top premium pick for an MF or it's already in the league. That's all. Just don't set yourself up for that emotional,
Well, I don't necessarily.
It ain't happening.
I don't necessarily expect him to do it.
Let me ask you a question.
But I think.
Let me ask you a question, Daryl. Would you trade Micah Parsons for Joe Tooney?
I don't even know who that is.
Shit.
But, that's a. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mike. So wait a minute. Whoa. You're saying. I understand your point.
Okay.
But we already got Micah Parsons. Who you think? So tell me somebody else. Because I like in our situation.
Would you trade CeeDee Lamb for Joe Tooney? Would you trade CeeDee Lamb for Joe Tooney?
Hell yeah, I'd have traded him for that guy that we were waiting on. That who was it, Rashawn Slater, whoever it was that came after him.
Oh, you funny.
So Daryl, I hear what you're saying on getting MFers. I'm with you on that, but it can't be like willy nilly. It can't be blindly. They got to make sense. Amari Cooper made so much sense. He still had an extra year on his deal. He was only like 25, so you know what I mean. That made a ton of sense. If you could find me the Amari Cooper version of a offensive lineman, or I don't know whatever position you're looking for, linebacker or something, maybe. And linebacker probably not. But it ain't a lot happening, man.
Tyler Smith for Joe Tooney. Tyler's at the end of the first round, just like this.
Well, but I understand where you come from. I actually had Tyler, believe it or not, on my number one on my that I was.
How about Taco Charlton? Would you trade Taco Charlton for Joe Tooney?
There you go.
That's the one. Well, that's the one you're thinking about. That's the one you're thinking about. But boy, we don't miss on them a lot. So I'm just gonna draft, man. I'm just gonna draft my guys.
Who's the MFer? Like, we keep throwing names. Who's the guy for you though? Who do you think they could trade a first round pick?
So let me just say, I'm a Cowboy fan. I ain't a big football fan.
Well, let me help you out.
I had a better knowledge. That's why I'm throwing it out
I
to
got
you
you.
guys.
Yeah.
Let me help you out.
Like, it would have to be somebody that's 8, 9, 10 years in the league as far as an offensive lineman.
Oh man.
Oh, you went offensive line. Never mind. I was going to go to the other side of the ball, like a DeForest Buckner or something like that.
Oh shit.
No.
That first can go.
We got a whole
Right. I'm trying to help him out. Yeah.
I'll send fucking Tyler Smith to Indy right now for DeForest Buckner. You kidding me? But yeah, I feel you though, brother. I feel you. What else you got though?
Well, that's it. I just wanted I need a tight end,
Don't get one.
and I need offensive lineman. If we walk away with them two, like that, them holes that are filled.
You don't
but
like
I'm good.
Ferguson?
I don't care who else he picked the rest of the draft.
You don't like Ferguson?
I do, but I need somebody that I know.
But like
that's gonna
who
be able
though?
to do them defensive ends.
So listen, they not gonna trade Kittle or Kelsey. Waller just got traded, so he ain't going nowhere. I don't even think Hockenson is a guy like that. Goddard is a guy that I don't think going nowhere. So what other tight ends you looking to trade for?
Can we go just a little bit below them that everybody
You
knows?
said MFer.
I'm about a little bit below.
said
Gesicki?
MF?
You want to trade for Dalton Schultz?
Would you like to trade for Dalton Schultz? You want to see your second round pick for Dalton Schultz? We know he can play.
No.
That motherfucker can play.
Was he a great blocker? I don't think he was a great blocker.
That motherfucker got worse at blocking. So I don't know what to say about Dalton Schultz.
I would no. But so like a line person, I would have gone. He re-signed. I think he was with Washington, Kelsey or something like that.
No.
Was his name something like that? He was a guard, or center. They re-signed him last year.
For who?
Not familiar. I know Washington lost the guard that went to Jacksonville. Surf, yeah.
Surf.
No, that's not. It's something like Kelsey. Maybe it's with Philly.
Yeah,
But,
Jason Kelsey got re-signed to Philly. Yeah.
Yeah, but he like 40.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was available last year.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm saying
What?
somebody similar to him.
Hey, come on.
We're like, look, we'll give you a second round pick for a lineman like that we know is good.
What?
And we signed this. Look, I'm only talking about this 2-3 year window we got.
Yeah.
We can't be thinking like Dak's in his second year no more. Dak's 8th year. You figure he got 2-3 years for sure. With all this other stuff we got around,
I got you.
this is our opportunity. And now I'm saying you don't need to be rolling the dice on the draft on a couple of type of players that could, because we like 2 or 3 players away.
Yeah.
To me.
Well, we got 2 of them. So I mean, I feel you. But appreciate you though, Daryl. Appreciate it. That was a good call, man. That was a good call. Salute, man.
All right, so peace out. Y'all have a good.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
care.
yeah. Salute. Oh man, that was rough, dog. That was rough. Hey man, keep your first round picks, man. Unless it's a young star, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or like a certified gangster, you know what I'm saying? DeForest Buckner type, but not too old, and maybe you can talk about it. You know what I mean? But
The perfect example is what your Cowboys did. Amari Cooper. They just fumbled it the second go around. But that's, get a guy who's got a year left on his rookie contract that was a Pro Bowler, still young. Do you re-sign him to an extension? Maybe similar AJ Brown, what the Eagles did, right? That's what you should be trading first for, not Jason Kelsey.
Look, Jason will get to your
Or a
team,
second.
Jason get to your team, and then like training camp come around, he be like, "Man, I'm old. I retire." You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap, dog.
The conference has been locked.
Locked up the phones. Appreciate you, Christian. What up? Christian, what up?
What's going on, big dog?
What's good, boss?
Mr. Steele, how you doing?
What's up, Christian?
I ain't talked to you since last season because I've still been upset about these damn 49ers. We can't seem to get over them.
Yeah.
Hopefully we got something for them this year.
Yeah.
But I want to keep, you talking about scrounging for content and all that. And by the way, I can't wait till you get 40 buttons with different noises on them. That shit's going to be funny.
It's coming.
But yeah, man, I want to talk about a few things. So I just want to dream. Normally we talk about, off-season peanut butter when it comes to the big guys. But, I'm looking in a perfect world where Kelvin Joseph, has a clear mind. Maybe he can show something. Guys like, let's go. Damone Clark, hopefully he's going to continue to get better. Our tight ends will get better. Hopefully Tolbert kind of knows what he's doing and can contribute. Gallup, hopefully he's more healthy. Yeah. And for whatever reason, I'd like to see Jabril Cox, be a part of this thing. He's shown that he can play. So, I just wanted to put that out there. Plus, getting into the draft. And, it's starting to get fun because we're getting close. Yeah. And one of the things I like to do, aside from listening to y'all, but, we know what our team needs are, but I also look at, what have we done in the past? What have, like Philly, right? Last year they took big boy one tech and then linebacker, right? Mm-hmm. So they probably not going to do that this year. They might, but I wouldn't think so. But, man, there's not a whole lot of picks that would piss me off. But tight end, that's going to piss me off. Not in the first round. Mm-hmm. The last time, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was David LaFleur where we took a tight end in the first round. That did not work out.
I wasn't around.
So, anyways, and then I guess the other thing is just looking at the bright side, man. For years and years, we couldn't find a safety to save our life. We got 6 safeties that I like. I'm still kind of mad about the Ridgeway thing. We let Ridgeway go away, and I'm only mad about that because we used the pick on him, mm-hmm. where we could have, Simi never seen the field. He's probably never going to see the field. I would have rather them cut, ways with Simi Fioco rather than Ridgeway. Yeah. But we'll see how that pans out. But that's all I got for you guys. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Appreciate you, my guy. Good call. Well, still, somebody in the comments said something so funny yesterday. They said whenever Voch start hating on Tolbert, he just lines up deeper in the secondary, right? Because one time I was like, he lined up outside. Another time I was like, corner. Yesterday I said free safety. Right? Next time I'm like, Jalen Tolbert lined up at umpire or whatever the line judge, field judge, whatever.
That reminded me of Cat Williams' bid on Joe Biden. That's kind of where I got that from with Cat Williams when he kept calling him older and older and older. That's what that reminded me.
Yeah. That was fun. Look, I didn't like the comedy show like that last one Cat did, but when he was talking about Joe Biden, bro, that one was
Joe Biden is 99 motherfucking years old. Leave Joe alone. He 100 years old.
I gotta rewatch that one again.
Yeah, it was
just that part though, not the whole.
Nah, just the part. That one was not his best one.
You know who really had a good one? Deion Cole had a phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, the one from a couple years ago.
Yes, sir. He had a phenomenal special.
One of the best ones in the last 5 years.
Yeah. Deion Cole's fantastic. If y'all ain't gonna
won't he do it?
Yes, sir. MJ, what up?
What's up, family?
What's good with your boss? What you got for the show?
Oh, man, I'm listening to the guy that say trade if 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was crazy, huh?
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
These fans be coming with some fugazi stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Unbelievable.
I agree, MJ.
Oh,
what you got for us today?
I'm glad they not dropping for it.
Yeah, I know.
Like I told Will, I told Steele, I like Will. Will know what he's doing.
Yeah, Will.
And that's what's saving. Like when everybody get mad at the Joneses, that's the guy that's saving the Cowboys.
Will McClay, yeah.
Will I?
Yeah.
Yep. Will I? He's the one that's saving.
Right.
Thank God for Will.
Right.
So, but what I'd rather have is if they get a tight end, I'm not gonna be mad.
Right.
But it's so many tight ends.
So
like y'all say.
Yeah.
That's 1,000 tight ends.
But listen, Omar, that was our whole point, though, right? Like we wouldn't be happy at the value, right? But if you did draft Michael Mayer, that's a good player. That's a fantastic player for you. But the value don't make sense.
That's right. For the value, that is a beautiful. Because I'm watching, like you say, and they want to Prescott because everybody worried about that. So if they get him, he know how to block and he know how to catch. Yeah. And that's perfect for Dak Prescott. So, whatever can help the quarterback, good. But I did a mock draft when I got off the phone with Steele. And Steele, it was crazy. I kept doing it. And guess who kept coming to me?
Who that?
The Tennessee guy kept coming to me at 26.
Jalen Hyatt? Or Darnell Wright?
Darnell Wright.
Yeah.
What's his number? What number is?
I'll dance if he came down.
Wait. The one I have New Orleans want to trade up.
Yeah.
2 picks, and I got an extra pick.
Yeah.
And we moved back to 29,
Right.
and then we got Darnell Wright,
Darnell Wright.
Monty Smith,
68. Yeah.
Jordan Battle, Chase Brown, Kobe Wood, another D tackle, Max Duggan, and then we have picked the linebacker.
Yeah. Which
That was one of
linebacker?
the mock.
Which linebacker?
I had picked the
Whistle
linebacker
gets
from,
louder.
it was the linebacker, I can't see it on here, but it was a linebacker from, it was San Diego, not San Diego State.
BGG man.
They've been talking about him.
Yeah.
Some big guy,
Cincinnati?
6'4", 6'5".
Cincinnati?
Not the Cincinnati linebacker. He's
Okay.
from San Diego.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, one more mock draft. There's another one. Now, this is the one you like.
Right.
I had, it was a choice. Okay, check it out.
Right.
Darnell Wright,
Yeah.
again at 26.
Right.
And then I had a pick. Now, I'm going to ask y'all guys. It was Darnell Washington there. There's the D tackles there. And it was the tight end there. The tight end you like.
Which one?
Not the,
I like a
not
lot
the
of
Notre Dame tight end. The one from Iowa.
Laporta.
Tight ends.
Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta.
Yeah. So who would you pick? Would you pick Darnell Washington or the D tackle or the guard or that? Who would you got?
Which round?
Second round, 58.
58. If Darnell Washington there, I'm a run and go get him. Who we got in the first
Okay,
round?
so
Who got in
the
the
first pick for that draft was Darnell Wright.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Darnell and Darnell
then I
back to
got-
back. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got Darnell Wright.
Right.
Then I got Darnell Washington.
Right.
And then I got this one to kill y'all.
Darnell who?
Darnell.
What's the third Darnell?
From Tennessee.
Darnell
Third round.
Green.
You got Darnell Hyatt too? God damn.
Damn, boy, we got all.
No.
Uh,
Darnell. I say the first pick was Darnell Wright.
Uh-huh.
Second pick, Darnell Washington.
Wow.
Third was Hendon Hooker,
Right.
quarterback.
Oh.
Then
Oh.
you gonna like this.
Okay.
Then the fourth was Chandler Zavala,
What's his name?
guard.
Who?
Chandler Zavala.
Okay, I got you. From
And then I had-
the guard from North Carolina State.
From
Yeah.
North, yes.
Yeah.
And then I have Broderick Morton, D tackle from Western Kentucky.
Okay.
And then I got Muhammad Ingram, the running back
Who?
from Minnesota.
Okay. Oh, Mohammed.
And then I had the,
Which
then I
running
had the
back?
tight end
Which
from
running back?
I like
Yes.
the Minnesota.
Which running back?
Muhammad Ingram.
Yeah.
From Minnesota. He's good.
Yeah. He good too. He good. Yeah, for sure.
And then this is my last drop.
Shit, another
It
one?
was Darnell Wright. Yeah,
You only got 7 picks,
I
bro. You
took
get about
Darnell
15.
Wright again.
No, it's 3 different drafts.
I got Drew Sanders,
Oh, hell no.
the linebacker from Arkansas,
Okay.
second.
Okay.
I got Siaka Ika, D tackle from Baylor.
It's 3 different drafts.
Fourth, Zach Coon, tight end. 130, Roshan Johnson, Texas. And then I got Edge, Yaya Diaby.
Yeah, Diaby, yeah, from Louisville, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah.
good, actually.
And then I had got the tight end from Michigan. One of them tight ends.
What's his name?
The whistle gets so loud.
What's his
I
name
can't-
from Michigan? The
They
tight end
showed
from
me,
Michigan?
but I know I picked him. It's that Michigan tight end you was talking about.
What's his name? Which one? It's 5 of them.
I can't see it.
What's your glasses on?
That is sure. But do you like that pick?
Oh,
that
hell yeah.
round?
Hell yes. That's
Would you like that? Which one would you like win? The first one or the second?
the second one, for sure. The second one, for
Look,
sure.
With Hendon Hooker?
With
That's
Hendon
the one
Hooker.
that replaced Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Acting funny with the money.
Yeah. That's the one, Marv. Yep, that's the one. Hey, man, that's a fantastic
Yes, sir.
exercise, Marv. And one day I'm gonna come on here live and do my mock draft. So I hope mine's end up going as well as yours. So appreciate
You
you.
got to do yours before the draft. Don't wait at the last minute.
That's what I do every year, Marv. Shit. But I got you though, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, family. Good
Yeah.
show. Salute.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Will, I love Marv so much. You don't understand. Will,
Marv's fantastic.
if I ever see Marv, I'm just gonna give him $100. Like Marv, just hear him, bro. The content he provide for this show. If we ever go to some big network, Will Steele, I said we on purpose. We go to ESPN.
Now Marv got Got to call.
I got to be able to take calls. Bro. Marv just do something different for this show. And that whistle song is so appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
It's so appropriate.
The thing about the whistle song, when it first started, it sounded like a John Mayer, Jack Johnson type of song. And you're like, oh, that's a little vibe. And then that come in and you're like, oh, damn, dog.
And look, Marv don't even know the song on, right? But I don't even know if he can hear it, but he get loud when the song get loud at the same time.
When that whistle get louder, yeah.
Every time. Perfect. Love Marv, bro. I'm gonna give Marv some money when I see him, bro. Hopefully, whenever we blow up and we be Pat McAfee level, bro, Marv gonna be a star.
Invite him onto the show.
Marv is gonna be a star one day. You understand me? I just believe like certain callers just got that in them. And Marv don't be trying too hard, you know. Sometimes people call in and they'll try to take over the show. Sometimes Marv just himself.
Yeah, Marv just take it over. Just, you know, it just flows.
Man,
I like that, Tacoma. Marv Kuiper Jr. Marv Kuiper Jr. He got a couple monikers on my morning show. We're not sure if we're gonna get Magic City Marv.
Yeah.
If we're gonna get Money Marv. But I might have to use that one. Marv Kuiper Jr. might be another personality for him.
When I see Uncle Charles, I'm gonna get him $250 though. You know what I'm saying? I see Charles, I'm gonna get him $250. What's up, Unc?
What's up, players? What's happening, Kings? What's happening?
Man, I can't complain about nothing, Unc. What you got for us?
Oh, man, I ain't been able to run through in a while, man, because my pop's been sick, man. You know, in and out the hospital. So I've been having to take care of him and things like that. Right. I'm doing what he did for me. When he had me and when I was born, he took care of me. So now it's my time to take care of him. That's what we do for our parents.
Praying for you.
No matter how they we're supposed to help them.
Yep.
And let me just say this. I'm in a decorum here. I'm in a state of confusion. Right. Because it seems like Dallas is the only team on YouTube talking about they're going to get Bijan Robinson. Well, let me explain something to you. Why do you have to tell anybody who you get? Why can't you just keep your draft a secret? Mm-hmm. Everybody else keeps it a secret, but we tell the Eagles everything we're going to do. So let's just say the Eagles draft Bijan Robinson, just for the hell of it. They don't need it, but let's say they draft it. Well, they'll do it because they don't want us to have it. This is what it is. Let me explain something to you, Voch. What was our record last year? 12-5, right?
12-5.
Yeah.
What was it the year before?
12-5.
12-5.
12-5. What was the result in the playoffs? First round, what?
Same round. Same round. Same result. Second round.
We got second round.
Yeah. So, okay. See, it don't take a rocket science to know. Let's just look at Jerry Jones. Yeah. Jerry Jones really is not losing. No. He'll never lose. It's the fans that lose. He'll never lose. You know why? Because all Jerry got to do is have a competitive record and put a competitive product on the field. He wins every time. That is the truth. That's what it is. Let me tell you how not to get tricked. Or you can get the trick or you can get the treat. Right. Well, you know, back in the day, we used to go trick or treat. Right. And Miss Franklin used to take us. She was old. Miss Franklin was old. When we talking about old, we talking about crank your car from the front old. Right. And she took us to this house. We didn't know nothing about this house. These people just moved in. We didn't know nothing about them. Mm-hmm. And we took us to the door. We knocked on the door and said, trick or treat. Right. Well, the people came to the door. They opened the door. They standing there naked with a bag of candy in their hand. Mm-hmm. We ran. Miss Franklin didn't move. See, we got the trick. Miss Franklin got the trick. Mm. And see, we never saw her again. Thank God we didn't. All I'm saying is, when are we gonna be tired as a Cowboy Nation getting tricked? Mm. We never get tricked. We just get tricked. Mm. And I'm sick and tired of it. But you know what make my mind settle? You know what settles my spirit and my heart?
What's that?
You and Skywalker. Because if I didn't listen to y'all or hear what y'all saying, I'll be running around here like a damn caged rat. Mm. And I'm not a damn rat. Yes, and I'm going to tell you something. At some point, we're going to have to break through. Will it be this generation of Cowboy owners, or will it be the grandson that come in and say, hey, we're going to switch around what Grandpa used to do. We're going to go another direction. Mm. And that put us in the Super Bowl. Well, guess what? A lot of people gonna be in some damn wheelchairs and walking on a damn cane before that happens. Yeah. But I can say, if you got enough breath in your body to say, how about them Cowboys? Hold on, long can. And that's all I can say. Appreciate y'all, man.
Man, appreciate you. We love you, man. Prayers and positive thoughts for you and your pops. Yes. You're doing the right thing, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let's all pray for Unc's family, his pops. Hope everything gets better, Unc.
I do believe in that though. Like taking care of your parents or whatnot. Oh, yeah. And my mom leads by example with that because she taking care of my grandparents or whatever. And she don't say nothing. She don't say, oh, you need to take care of me when you da. She just do her part. And I'm just looking at that going, man, I'm gonna hold my mom down when she get 80. You know what I'm saying? 90, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? So
I would not be here if it wasn't for my mom's work ethic, fam. So yeah, 100%. And she take care of my grandma right now. So
it's facts, 100%. And if the volume cut the check, man, I'm just gonna build my mom just a house in my backyard or something. Yep. I'm gonna have a big ass backyard with a gang of acres on. I'm just gonna build my house in the backyard, and she gonna have a little situation back there. If the volume want to cut the check like that, you know what I'm saying, with a little bit of security, we'll be good to go. All right, let's get into it, man. We got 3 more. Then we're gonna get up out of here. LA, what's up?
Man, what's good, brother Voch, brother Will?
What's good with you,
man? Happy pre-draft time, man. So it's a pretty radical time out here in Los Angeles because the Lakers are about to play in a little while.
Let's go, baby.
Right? Exactly. So I'm not a native LA person, and when I first got to LA, Allen Iverson was still the best player in the NBA, and if it wasn't AI, it was Shaq at the time. So I got a reputation for Knicks hater, just because Kobe wasn't the best player, so people ended up getting mad at me.
All right, time to go.
Where I'm going with all that
time to go.
Go ahead.
As much as I want to engage about Kobe Bean, I'm gonna fight my temptation here and let you get back on track.
It's like 8 Kobe was different than 24 Kobe.
LA. I don't want to do this on a basketball show, but I would love whenever me and Voch do our non-Cowboy stuff. Let's rap, LA.
Praise God, and just so that you brothers know, it's real out here. When y'all come out here for training camp, I got a fancy cinematography camera. I'm out here setting up shows and whatnot. I'm looking forward to you brothers being out here and giving you guys the taco tour and showing you all the little spots, man. But
What about camp? Yeah.
Hey, serious, send me information or whatever, because I like documentation and all that. You know what I mean? So if you got a camera or a camera crew have you operating,
we have a sick documentary for our camp.
We can pay money to, you know what I'm saying? We can pay money to, follow us around.
Be a creep in your inbox, brother. That's all.
Hop in the inbox and let's figure this out.
Business, that ain't no creep. That's business.
That's business.
Praise the Lord, man. So
make you money.
One of the greatest things about Cowboy Nation is that we've been around for generations. Like Unc was alluding to. We got to have people who do the right thing. One of the things I love about you guys' show, and you guys
don't get Zach Brown banned again.
And if it's constructive criticism, it's not coming from a hateful place. We want to win championships. I don't never be mad at nothing that you guys have to say.
For sure. Tap in with us though. Tap in with us. That's all you got.
And where I was going with that, sir, is it's a championship formula, and you guys voiced your opinions that you would be okay with this Mar pick at the top. In the grand scheme of things, even though he's a great value, we're not going to use him in the game plan. Hendershot can actually play, and Fergie can actually play. We need to be drafting some goons, some straight fucking goons. We need depth, and we need dudes who, and God forbid, but if Agent Zero is not on the field, we philosophically can't be in a place to where if that happens, that we can't run our fucking defense anymore. Aside from needing to address, I don't know if you remember Ninja Turtles or not, man, but we need some Bebop and Rocksteady all up in the middle on
come on, man, TMNT.
So needless to say, I don't know which pick that'll be at 26 because you know, it's weird right there this season. You know, if there's a scenario to where they can trade back, you know, and get a goon for Dak, you know, or some goons for number 0, then you know, we ought to be in good shape. But if they can't, man, they even though Deron Bland exists, we still need to find like 2 or 3 more dudes to go in practice because it's off-season peanut butter, sir. I'm so looking forward to this next round in the training camp of what this off-season peanut butter does for how we drafted last year.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to reach on no damn tight end at the top of the draft when we could possibly make we need to find some fucking goon. Not that Mar's not a goon, but a tight. We don't need no tight end. We got Fergie's nicer than people think he is, and he's not. He's not.
No, I'm saying facts. Come on, you spitting.
Oh,
yeah, we agree with you.
No. Saying that to say, you know, if you remember how head coach Face was calling plays back in Brett Favre land and Rodgers land, he had this beautiful formation where he would have basically it would be 2 tight ends or 2 fullback dudes, but his fullback dudes could catch. Will we draft the fucking fullback? I would love us to draft one of these weird ass dudes that run into people and catch passes, you know, and might be angry, possibly. Can we find one of these guys late in the draft? But I was saying all that to say, man, instead of finding some MFers, we need to find some Marbs. We need to find some Marbs, some goons who just kind of know how to be in the room and do what they're supposed to fucking do, you know, who know how to be family, you know, and just know how to get up inside this whole peanut butter off-season culture and make sure that we're not drafting people that are going to blow it. Nobody's going to be fucking holding or offside. None of that shit. You know, that was good. Asshole competition in practice, you know, and not necessarily, you know, if we got to take Mar to top, we got to. Like, I would hate it, though. I would fucking hate it. I'd rather find a way to trade if they only get a 5th round pick. Just get the fuck out of it. Anyway, God bless y'all, man. I'll inbox you my stuff shortly.
Yeah, appreciate you, LA.
Yeah.
All right.
LA ain't with shit.
Yeah.
Shit, man. We're gonna bring in these mother. Look, what I love though is when he said Bebop and Rocksteady. We need some of them on the left side. Oh, that's a fantastic name if they get a Mafi or an Avila or one of these nasty guards, right? I'm not saying Avila is Mafi in that way, but I'm just saying if they get a guard, man, Tyler Smith and whoever that guy is, Bebop and Rocksteady. I love it.
Whew. Then if you get Darnell in there, boy, it's Darnell or get both of them. Get Darnell and Darnell for real. That's fantastic.
Darnell, right? That's another one. Yeah.
All right, let's get these last 2 in here. Let's be a little quick. We try and get out by 4:35 today, so let's do it. Big A, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a minute. How you been?
What's good, player? You just called in a couple days ago, I think.
No, I haven't. I haven't called in a couple of weeks. I've been dealing with family stuff the last few weeks.
Well,
so I haven't been able to.
Hey, man, sorry to hear that. We're gonna pray for you and your family, dog. My bad. What you got for the show?
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'll give my question for today is just gonna be it's a hypothetical type, basically. So I'm going off of the information that I've been hearing around, you know, mainly from Bobby Bell from the draft show, and basically just some rumors of like players who could be like some players who we expect could be way gone. They could potentially fall a little bit closer. And I know this team, now mind you, I know this team doesn't trade up. They haven't done it since they haven't traded up in the first round, God knows how long. So, but just hypothetically, if, for example, if one of the rumors is like Joey Porter. Joey Porter apparently, there have been based off of, I'm just going off of Bobby Bell, he's saying like there have been some rumors that he could drop a bit. So if he's around pick 20, 21, would that not be too crazy for you to be willing to be thrown for you to spend a 3rd round pick to try to slide up to go get him?
Nah, because
another guy would be Miles Murphy as well. I've heard a lot of people say he might fall too.
Fucking Miles Murphy. Well, Miles Murphy definitely gonna fall because he ain't as good as people thought he was. But nah, I don't think I'm in a place to trade up in the first because all of my day 2 picks are valuable to me. If I want to move up in day 2 to get a better dude in day 2, we can talk about that. But I think me and the Cowboys would just rather hold on to their first round guys. We actually talked about this a couple days ago. We never hear about Witherspoon and Gonzalez falling, but in a couple of mocks that we have seen Porter kind of fall a little bit. So don't know what that's about, but Porter fits us nice, and that's all that matters. So if he's there for us at 26, he's definitely dude I'll take for sure.
Yeah, I got you. Another question. Well, here's another question. Now, granted, mind you, I know four is our quarterback. I like four. I love four. I also am aware of the fact that we might it's also like a done deal that they're gonna be trying to draft a quarterback in this draft. And I'm just gonna go off my intel from Broadus. The one person that they like done a workout with and they've really done their research on is Aiden O'Connell. Oh, okay. Now, if they take O'Connell in the third, because from what I'm hearing right now, O'Connell's more of a day 2 guy who could be going off board. What is your guys' feeling if they take O'Connell in the third?
I'm throwing up in my mouth if we take a quarterback with the first 4 picks.
Third round?
Throwing up in my mouth. I hate it.
I'm just saying, like they really, like it's obvious they really, really like this guy.
I'm gonna hate it.
I have not watched. I'll have to go watch him and give you evaluation on the actual player, but the position alone in the third round is concerning for me, but I don't know nothing about the player, so I can't speak on.
First 4 rounds, I hate it.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I know. The thing I know about him is he's a pocket passer. He was at Purdue for a really, really long time. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's just an interesting note for me to put a tab on. I felt it's an interesting note for me to just put a tab on at least because, like I said, it's obvious that they really, really like this dude, and he might not be around when they pick in the fourth. So depending how their picks are, if like say for example, if Scott Tolzien, the quarterback coach, is like pounding the table like we need to get this guy in here.
Fuck Tolzien. Tolzien ain't been here long.
I'm about to say Tolzien do not have enough juice for that. It'll have to be Mike McCarthy. McCarthy's a quarterback guy. Tolzien just he's still the understudy, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Well, true. Like I said, nonetheless, there's 3 offensive dudes who could potentially pound the table for him: McCarthy, Schottenheimer, and Tolzien. If they have a group mindset of like, oh, hey, we really, really like this guy, we want to bring this guy in here, we think he can really be something. I would just, like I said, that's why I wanted to bring a chance for it.
Yeah, if he's highly ranked on your board, if O'Connell is their 78th player and they're picking at 90 and everybody else is 95 and below, then yeah, but is Aiden O'Connell the 78th best player in the draft? I mean, or 90th best player? I don't know. I haven't watched.
Okay. All right.
Appreciate
cool.
Appreciate
anyway,
you.
Thanks for answering my questions. This is, like I said, it's Lion season. I am so ready for this thing to get going. I'm tired of all the speculation now. But I think it's gonna be a fun draft.
Yep.
And I'm intrigued to see how it turns out.
Me too, man. Me too. Appreciate you, Big A.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just for clarity, PFF has Aiden O'Connell as the 135th guy.
Well, I mean, I don't know where consensus is, but let's just say he's in the 120s or 30s, right? Is that enough? Is the QB juice enough to say third round?
I'll take him in the 5th, man. If it's anything in the first 4 rounds, I hate it.
Remember we had this conversation before?
Mm-hmm.
Day 3, whatever.
Yep.
Before that, though, nah, man.
I got stuff to do. I got a Super Bowl to run to try to win, man.
When Hendon Hooker was a legitimate, people was like, oh, Hendon Hooker, Cowboys met with him, maybe third round because ACL. I was like, all for that, But this character here, I don't know. Is he Hendon Hooker? You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm good.
All right, we got to get through this call pretty quick, unfortunately. But if you was platinum, we would have gotten to you faster. So let's see who you are. 214. What's up? Who this?
This Cliff from North Dallas.
What's up, Cliff? What you got for the show?
Hold on, Cliff.
Well, I got like 3 things.
Ain't no way.
So,
that means it's 6.
I think the tight ends, first round, more of a smoke screen than anything.
Smoke screen, okay.
From inside the Cowboys. just seeing how Mike McCarthy ran things for the past couple of years is more tight knit than anything.
Yep.
Like he'll tell people a bunch of things, like from inside the brass, he'll tell people they like certain players or this position group, and like a bunch of mock people just run with it.
Yep.
And then we draft a whole different position, more than likely.
Crazy.
And I don't think we would spend a first round pick on a pick that hits 10% of the time in the NFL.
I do think,
crazy. But then two,
go ahead.
If we draft a running back, I feel like if we draft a running back in the 4th or 5th, or like depending on like what size he is, we might go running back committee, as in like we're trying to find a new workhorse. Because I don't think a lot of teams don't do the bell cow anymore. They have more of a committee.
Sure. And
those are more of the winning teams that do it. So I don't know. That's a footnote. And then, oh yeah, for speed guys, yesterday I heard guys talk about speed guys. There is some 4-3 guys got to check out.
Sure.
Trey Palmer, Marvin Mims.
Oh,
I like Mims.
I like Mims too. Tyler Scott.
And the Cowboys like Mims a lot.
Yep.
And they also like Braden Willis.
Yep.
He also plays tight end fullback guy, and he's an inline. He plays quarterback.
Maybe undrafted guy.
Little guys to check on.
Yep. Cliff, appreciate you, man. Next time you call in, we'll know it's you, man. Good call. Yeah. To this point though, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at tight end. I'd be mad at the value, but the tight end would be fine. I forgot his. Oh yeah, the whole running back committee thing. There are going to be multiple running backs running, but Tony's going to get the majority of the runs for sure. And everybody behind him going to be kind of like committing, I think. You know what I'm saying? So that's that.
Yeah, I wonder if we have to think of a new name because I think that's what it is nowadays. I think we got a lead guy, but he's not your old school workhorse back. Our lead guy is going to get it 13 to 16 times, but when we run it 27 times, 28 times, not 30 times, it's going to be from a committee approach. It's going to be with at least 2 or 3 of these dudes. I think the Cowboys is definitely going to run a quote-unquote committee this year. But Tony's your guy. Tony ain't coming off the field, even on third downs, right? You can put him out there to slide.
When I think committee, right? Remember the Eagles? You know, like
I know what you about to say. I'm thinking of the committees, the Eagles where they had it, the Giants when they did their little committee with Brandon Jacobs, Mott, Bradshaw, whatnot. But now the league is that. That's the league now.
But like what I'm saying, though, right? I'm talking about the Eagles this year, to where like you would think that Sanders is the guy, but like one day we just wake up and Gainwell getting all the carries. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's ever going to be a world where Ronald Jones is going to out carry Tony Pollard. You see what I'm saying?
No. That's why I said Tony's going to be a lead guy, but it's going to be a committee. Like if we run the ball 35 times, there's not a chance in hell Tony's going to run it 30 or 25 or 27. He might run it 18, and then the rest of them dudes is going to have a say in it type situation. Especially because Tony, I want to get him out of space. I want to throw the ball to him. I don't even want him to rush it 18 to 22 times in the game.
Sure. I'm actually wrong because Jalen Hurts is the lead back and everybody behind him is a... All right, my bad. Let's get some supers in so we can get up out of here. Super, we got 6 minutes? We can do that. Marcus Harrison, go ahead and get that copy and paste ready here. Guillotine 06 dropped a 5 and a deuce. That's 7. Appreciate you, sir. The 5 was if Kincaid and Mayer are if Kincaid and Mayer are McDonald's, Knuts, and Kraft, are McDonald's at home? If Kincaid and Mayer are McDonald's, then Kuntz and Kraft are McDonald's at home. Sure, 100%. There are many tight ends to where if you don't get the dude that you want early, there's a dude like them later in the draft that plays similar to them. Maybe not as good, but you'll be happy with them also. So yes, there are many McDonald's at home guys. That was a good one, Guillotine. And he came back with a deuce and says, homie about to get Voch demonetized. Never. We're gonna turn that joint into some
Man, Bob Cousy. That's all I gotta say. We ain't getting demonetized.
Yeah, we ain't getting demonetized. Yeah. Is there here? Nah, we ain't going no goddamn well.
We going nowhere.
I might want to cuss some more.
That Bob Cousy episode gives me confidence to keep going.
Watch him out about the highest paid player in the league. Highest paid running back player in the league. Yep.
The RQB1 says L, or the QRB1.
That's funny. That's goddamn hilarious, bro. Oh man. Anyway. On the Voch side, we'll hit refresh just to make sure 19. Night 405 drop 5. It says, if you want to draft like Tyron Smith, if you want to draft like Tyron Smith doesn't exist, you have to do the same with Van Der Esch and his neck. And possibly playing against Barkley and possibly playing against Barkley and Bijan, you have to pretend like Van Der Esch doesn't exist. Well, you do. That's why I think the Cowboys have a lot of linebackers on 30 visits, because I think they're going to add linebackers to this team at some point. Cox, I'm moving as if Jabril doesn't exist. Clark is here. You know what I'm saying? And after that, you just got Van Der Esch, and we just hanging on by the thread of his neck. So we'll see. Fair enough. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's whenever we decide to do number one, don't be surprised if you hear me talking a lot about linebacker when we get to round one.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Englewood dropped a deuce and says, monthly almond M&M payment. Keep it up, Voch. Appreciate you. Man, look, when I first started saying that 6 years ago, almond M&Ms have gotten more expensive now. So at the time, almond M&Ms was like $130. They are $215 now.
I'm about to start making my own chips and candy and all that. This is too expensive, man.
You can do it. You can do it. I will start doing that. And Jacob Jones dropped 5, says, I love you guys. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, sir. Alex says, almond M&Ms? You ain't been here long enough. It's cool. It's cool, bro. You just ain't been here long enough. It's all right. And you miss shows because you don't know what Canuts is. It's all right.
Well,
Marcus, look at Marcus.
For the same price as a bag of M&Ms, you could play. I remember that, man. I remember.
Come on, man. Will Steele was outside. Why weren't you, Alex? For less than a bag of almond M&Ms. Here we go. And look, man, Marcus Harris is just getting better at dropping. He just know exactly when to drop it. Back in the day, he'll just drop 6 of them, and just whichever one we catch. We know when to drop them. Marcus Harrison says, at the volume, that's me, him, and MJ today. At the volume, it is easier to find men who will volunteer to die than those that are willing to endure pain with patience. It is easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience. Come on, Marcus Harris. We understand that one. We understand that one. We understand that one. Beware the fury of a patient man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Will Steele.
Yeah.
Come on, Will Steele. Man. Bro, you ever wanted to be great at something, but you knew it took you a long time to do it, but you ain't quit? You just showed up and just waited, and you took your time, and you just kept working at your craft, and by the time you 6 years in, you just improved the way you thought you was. Man, come on, man. Or even better than what you thought you was going. Man, come on, man. Come on, Marcus Harrison. Come on, man. Come on, man. Quote for the day, man. Fantastic, bro.
To be clear, Alex, Dak Prescott did get a vote for MVP in his rookie year, but that's not here.
Come on, Will Steele. Come on, Will Steele. Come on, man. Come on, man. Great show today.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Great show today. Draft is coming. Y'all be prepared. Y'all be prepared for that. We're going to be watching film on Patreon, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. We're going to be doing non-football content after the draft. That's on twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi. Y'all follow me on my social media, VOCHLOMBARDI, including my Instagram. We're going to do some non-football content over there. My man's Will Steele, Skywalker Steele on social media, on Twitter, STEELE, and A to Z Dallas, 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning over there on YouTube. I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate y'all. For the rest of y'all, man, we're going to find something to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about it tomorrow, Thursday.
Yep, last show of the week.
We're going to do a mock tomorrow. Goddamn, easy work. And next week, we're going to go over these rankings I got. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woes and Peace Squeeze. Till next time. Volume.
Now, to Aisha that came in late.
The most expensive place.
Come on, Tuai. Gotta be quicker than that.
She in it?
Yeah, she came in there. We love you though.
I'm late. Hey y'all, gotta read. Where you been?
She working.
To Aisha of DallasCowboys.com.
Yeah, she working. Boy,